Hi everyone, blessings, blessings. Hi Isaiah, hi Cody, hi KDB, hi Kyle, hi Mary. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Lady Drasmin and I have not been live on TikTok in a hot freaking stinking minute. And right now I am, you know, there's like the fucking energy is so intense right now. Okay. I have just been going through the ringer. I have not come live in a hot minute. And the energy has just been so much. There's just been so much happening. And so I figured, what better time than now to come and do an energy check transformation. This is what's happening right now. There is so much transformation that's going on in the collective. There's so much transformation that's been going on in my life. I've been barely able to keep up. I made a decision about a week ago that I was going to move by spring, and then today my timeline of 3 months has been accelerated to 6 days. Okay, so I'm just like, I, I gotta like start hustling. No, let's not use that word. I gotta, really just start tapping into that energy. Let's not use the word hustle. That's a word that's dying, is this word hustle, right? But really like feeling the momentum and allowing ourselves to be propelled in it, right? Sometimes there is a time where we are tapped into the energy and we are moving at a slower pace, and sometimes we move at a faster pace. And right now there's big energy of transformation. The death card flew out. There's a big energy of transformation, and so it felt really important to come live and just share with you that if you are going through big changes right now around money, around house, around relationships, around career, around your fucking wardrobe, all kinds of changes, there is huge changes going on for the collective. And I'm tapping in directly to the light worker, grid walker, shadow walker energy, because that's primarily my energy. And so if you're getting these messages and you're resonating with them, then you know what I'm talking about. And I want to know, like, how are you doing with this energy? It's been like everything's falling into place, even though everything's falling apart. I like to see it as everything's falling into place. And today, just like, what the fuck? Okay. And I don't have clarity and the answers. And the big download that has been coming through is this: the feminine is being asked to step into the feminine leadership. Okay. And what does feminine leadership look like? It looks like surrender. Feminine leadership looks like surrender, means being prepared for the masculine energy to show up and guide and lead. But if the feminine is always planning, thinking, doing, processing, analyzing, figuring shit out, getting the Google Maps ready, getting the cooler ready, doing all these things, like the masculine goes to the garage and gets the fucking cooler, the feminine is sitting there, putting cute little flowers in the sandwiches, okay? And I've been going through this immense transformation in my life recently. I don't know why I'm talking about myself right now, but I guess this is what the energy wants. I've been going through this transformation where I have been going through this shift of stepping fully into feminine leadership. And this is one of the intentions that I set at the beginning of the year, is stepping into feminine leadership. We have to step into, the women bodies have to step into feminine leadership, whether it's for our personal lives or within our community, so the men can step up. I went to a singles mixer on Saturday. I've never been to one before. It was like a conscious singles mixer. It was really interesting. And we got paired up with different people around the room for 8 minutes. We were given a list of questions, and then they choose the question and we both answer it. And the question I was asked was, what is it that you need in your life right now, and why haven't you asked for it? And I got real quiet for a minute because I knew my answer, yet a man was asking me, and my answer is, and I eventually just like, okay, swallowed my hubris and pride and answered, and my answer was, I need the man. I need the men to get their heads out of their asses and step the fuck up, because the feminine is tired. The feminine is tired of holding the container. I want to step into my soft feminine era, and I cannot do that if I'm surrounded by all these boys playing around with their fucking dicks, twiddling around with their egos, acting like, oh, let's fuck around and find out. I need the men to step the fuck up. That's what I said. I looked at that man and I was like, I am sick and tired of all these little boys running around the playground saying like, oh, you want to hang out? No, I don't want a WD hangout, HBU, whatever fucking acronyms they want to use. I want the divine masculine, and not just for myself, for all of us. We all need the divine masculine to step the fuck up. And why haven't I asked for that? Well, first of all, I wouldn't speak to somebody that way. I would never look at somebody and say, yo, you need to get your head out of your ass. At least not a stranger. You know, this is someone where I've just like have a really good long-term relationship. Glasses are coming off because I need to see y'all. Okay, you all need to see me. Look me in the fucking eyes. Okay. I would never speak to a man. It's not a loving way to speak to another. The point is, I was allowing my frustration, and I expressed that I am allowing my frustration. I am allowing the collective frustration of the feminine to be channeled through me, because the feminine is sick and tired of doing all the work. She's tired of raising the children by herself. She's tired of taking care of the house by herself. She's tired of waiting for her king to come home. She doesn't want to be fucking celibate. She doesn't want to be isolated. She doesn't want to be super hyper independent. The divine feminine wants the divine masculine to step up. And why haven't I said this to him? Because he's not in my fucking life for me to tell him that. Because he wouldn't be in my life anyway, because I'm only calling in a conscious king for my life. Okay, so anyway, I spoke my truth and it felt really good. And then, 2 days later, he asked me out on like this weird date. It wasn't even an ask, it was like some kind of fucking confusing sentence. I'm like, what are you trying to say to me? I'm like, are you asking me on a date? Are you asking me to hang out? And he's like, kinda, maybe a little both. I'm like, you know what, no thank you. I know exactly what the fuck I want. I'm not interested in your let's figure it out, okay? And so I guess a message that's coming through with what I'm sharing is, whether you are masculine body or feminine body, as you are going through this transformation. And I did a live for my thriving, or actually empowered sensitive portal on Facebook earlier today, where I talk about the December astrology and the energies to expect for the month of December. And it's on my YouTube channel. So go to the link in my bio and check it out if you haven't already. If you're live on TikTok, if you're catching the replay, it's on YouTube. So scroll a couple of videos back. But I talk about the December energies, and the December energies is a huge energy of real deep emotional intensity and reflective rebirth. Okay, and so as you're going through this rebirth, as you're going through these changes, whether ultimately you called all these changes in, right? So whatever you're going through this rebirth, like, I don't even need to pull more cards. Okay, the messages are just coming through because I've just been like so tapped in, tuned in. I did this huge ritual on Mount Shasta for the autumn equinox, and ever since then I've just been like in it. I've been in the underworld. I was in the underworld for pretty much October, all of October, the end of September, the beginning of November. I did a huge cord cutting ritual last night, and then today, like, everything started falling apart. So this is the transformation that we're going through. As things are falling apart, aka falling into place, you got to be really clear about what you are wanting to anchor in this new cycle. Are these relationships, are you wanting to show up as a feminine or a masculine in this relationship? How much respect are you asking for, and are you giving yourself that respect first, right? We cannot ask for what we are not willing to give ourselves first. Some guy just recently messaged me. They're like, oh, I really love you. I really care about you. I want you to be mine. I'm like, dude, you don't even give me the fucking quarter the way that I treat myself. Please, bye. Okay? This death and transformation is for your highest evolution right now, people, beloved ones who are here joining me. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for those of my new people who have followed me right now. Thank you so much. So stick around. I'll pull some cards for you after I do the channeled messages because I have a little bit of energy. Thanks for listening. So we are all going through this transformation right now. Okay, we are all going through this transformation right now. We are all being asked to step the fuck up. Drop the ego, drop the hubris, drop the stories, drop the victim, drop the drama, drop the superficiality. Venus just went into Scorpio, okay? Venus in Scorpio is all about depth. and intensity, baby. Venus in Scorpio doesn't give a flying fuck about whether your clothes are ironed or if they're matching. It wants to know if your mind, heart, soul is aligned. And we are now in the Mercury retrograde shadow period. So death and transformation at the end of the year, hell yeah. Why wouldn't we want to completely close out cycles? This month is about closing out cycles that we have been dilly-dallying, dilly-dallying and sidestepping around over the last few months. Whatever you haven't allowed yourself to fully release and let go of, like, now is the time. Like my life, for example, I'm like, oh, I'll have a few more months because the new year doesn't technically start until March. Yeah, but we also have a huge reset coming up at the end of the year, and the goddess is like, that's cute, honey, that you want 3 months, but you actually are going to get 6 days. So be grateful that you have these 6 days and go do the thing, okay? Let's get some more clarifiers if we need it. Do we need any more clarifiers? Okay, Knight of Swords, cutting the shit. Just more confirmation, okay? It's time to cut the shit. Okay, can you see this card? There we go. Knight of Swords, okay? Knight of Swords, stepping into the divine masculine energy to cut away the thoughts, cut away the habits, cut away the people, cut away the things, cut away the clothes, cut away the hobbits, cutting away with absolute precision and clarity that which is not in alignment with your highest and best good. This is what needs to be done and needs to be happening right now to support this evolution, because ultimately, yes, everything is free will, yet change is the only constant. Change is going to happen, and you get to choose whether you're going to roll with the waves or you're going to just drown in them. You absolutely have choice around that. One more card, please. Okay, Four of Cups. Okay, it's time to stop dwelling on the past. It's time to stop sitting there in your, thinking about coulda, woulda, shouldas, maybe, yes, that, could have, I don't know, who knows. There's like a new cup right here. There's a new beginning. There's transformation that's happening. 13 adds up to a 4. This is a 4 of Cups. 4 is about stability, foundation, the 4 elements, the 4 seasons. There's a season that is over, okay? The season is over right now. It's time to stop beating the horse to death, okay? It's time to stop, flapping the fish on the rock. It's already dead, okay? It's time to throw away the rot, get rid of the clutter, and just really step into your divinity, because this is not going to work. Okay, it's just not. And if you are really, in service to the land and to the earth, like myself and many of you watching, this message is for you. And you already know if you've just been like, I'm just waiting for the right moment. Well, this is your sign. This is your sign, change. 2 of Pentacles. This is your sign. You get to choose. What are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to take that leap of faith? Shit, I'm fucking preaching to myself right now, okay? Are you going to take that leap of faith and do what is right and what is necessary and do what your soul is asking you to do? Or are you not? Because one way or another, baby, this change is happening. This change is happening, okay? One way or another, this change is happening. But right now, in this moment, as you are receiving this message, you get to choose if you're going to roll with it or not. It's pretty fucking simple. You have the power of free will. You can repeat the cycle again and again and do the dumb. Stupidity, the definition, is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Or stepping on the carousel of wisdom and being like, shit, I already been there, done that, try that. It's time to move on. Get an astrocartography reading and figure out where you need to move. Move to, a Jupiter-Venus line if you're wanting to anchor in more love and money. If you need to do more soul work, go towards a Pluto line. If you do need to do some fucking self-reflection, go to a Chiron line or even a Lilith line. That shit will fucking tear you up and help you see your shadows. Okay? So use your tools. Last card, last message for the collective, please. King of Pentacles. Take charge of your own life. Right now. This is your sign. Whatever your question is, this is your yes. This is your holy hell yes. This is your don't let astrology and the fact that it's retrograde, cock, throat, crown, heart block you from making that empowered decision that you already know you need to make, that you have been sitting on. There's no more sitting. Transformation's here, and now I understand why, like, I could not go to bed until I came live and did this reading for y'all. Okay, now I understand why. So let's pull an oracle message, okay, just to close that tarot reading on a nice sweet little note. Innocence. Yes, I love this innocence card, okay? This is what's happening right now. And in my live that I did earlier today, where I talk about the December energies, we're still in Sag season right now. I talk about how there is a return to innocence that's happening right now. I had a tea with a sister earlier this evening. Like, she came over really unexpectedly. It was really divine timing. I was just like, sister, I just need to fucking vent and have a little cry and maybe a glass of wine and a joint right now and some fucking tea and some cheese. Like, I'm just like, I need to sit the fuck down. Like, I'm just like holding myself right now with just so much compassion and grace, and I just want to scream. What the fuck is going on? But I was talking to her about how I've been feeling this energy within myself and within a lot of the light leaders in this world, because us light leaders are being prepared for, stepping up into our full power in 2024, because we are the way showers, okay? We are the way showers for our now world that is already here. We are the way showers, okay? And maturation is the union of knowledge, experience, and innocence. And Sag season brings out that innocence and that curiosity. And this Mercury retrograde is going to be a hybrid retrograde, both in Sag and Capricorn. Okay? Go check out that December astrology reading. There's messages in there for you. I fucking know it. Okay? Innocence. Let me read this. The boat embarks on its voyage towards the islands of your higher consciousness. The boat is made from your treasured innocence. Look at this. We're ascending into our higher consciousness. And the boat to get there is through innocence, through play, through curiosity, through lightheartedness, to taking that leap of faith in full trust that you have all that you need and more to get you to the other side, where you already know you're going to really thrive. We are all born wild and innocent, like a great white heron. Yet to live in civilization at a very young age, we become like sheep trying to fit in with the herd. That's right. Us light workers, shadow walkers, grid warriors, we are here to not be the fucking sheep. We are called the black sheep for a reason. We are the cycle breakers. We are the curse breakers. We are the ones who are breaking the cycle. I don't even use my birth name anymore because I'm here to anchor a new lineage. It is a huge fucking responsibility. It requires so much effort. There's not enough recognition going around for how much it takes to do the soul work, to be the only one in a room full of hundreds of people speaking out the fucking truth. To stand there and be ridiculed and belittled and shamed and dismissed and demonized. It takes a lot of fucking courage to be the one who breaks the silence and ends the cycle. It takes a lot of fucking courage. So if this is you, I am giving you a big warm hug, and I'm toasting my cup to you. Tea, coffee, fucking juice, wine, whatever you got, I am toasting you right now, because I know what it's like to stand there and to be assaulted with all of this density and darkness. I have been getting like so much vile shit projected on me over the last few months. Like, it's like my fucking landlord showed up a few days ago, and I turn around, I'm butt ass naked because it's in the rising. I'm standing there getting dressed. I turn around, he's standing there with his phone pointed at me. I'm like, excuse me, are you taking pictures? I went out there, I was real calm like, And he starts screaming at me, calling me all kinds of names, telling me to get the F off the property. I'm like, don't worry, sweetheart. I already got the message from the goddess. I'm already packing. I didn't tell him that. I just like stood there while he like went on his verbal assault. And I'm like, okay. And I just held my peace. And that's how you know you have shifted to the 5D, is when you are able to see and witness the density and the darkness and the drama play out, and you are not affected by it. When you are not triggered by it, when you are not feeling like you have to respond or react, that's when you know you have really outgrown something. That's when you know you have quantum leaped and mastered a certain emotion, a certain experience. Okay? Yeah, Angie's like, say it louder. When you are not triggered by an experience, by an emotion, by a situation that in the past would have fucking set you off, that's when you know that you have transcended the illusion of the 3D, crossed the bridge of the 4D, and now you can call yourself a master of that self, of that particular emotion or experience. We are all learning our mastery. We're all on different levels, okay? And as the collective continues to awaken, okay, us light leaders, we're going to be tested. This is not a fucking initiation, and it's not even a test. It's more of a reflection and a mirror to just keep us in check. Like, hey, are you gonna be humble? Are you gonna be humble? Yeah, it's fucking hard to break the cycle. It's easy to sit around at the Thanksgiving table and be like, oh, we're all here for gratitude. No, you're fucking not. Okay, Thanksgiving is still disrespecting the traditions of the Native Americans. It is bypassing emotional and spiritual responsibility. This year, in the past, I used to get all like responsive on people's Thanksgiving posts and like proselytizing. This year, I just deleted people off my friends' books. I'm like, you know what? I am not here to educate you. At this stage, you are choosing either willful ignorance or you're educating yourself. There is absolutely no reason to be feeding the darkness. There's absolutely no reason to be continuing to perpetuate the cycles of pain that are celebrated in the guise of gratitude. That, my darlings, is a classic sign of mass illusion in the United States. And don't get me started on fucking other things. I'm only talking about Thanksgiving because this was just happened a few weeks ago. Okay? And people are arguing like, oh, what about Thanksgiving? Or what about the fact that we take a moment to honor the pilgrims? I'm like, it is a day of mourning. If you are not sitting there and offering mourning and singing songs of gratitude, if you are not invited to a true Thanksgiving by native elders on their land, get the fuck out of my face with your bypassing bullshit. That's what it means to stand in your integrity. You are the only one in the room. You are the only one in your community. You are the only one in your family. You're the only one in a room of hundreds and thousands of people. Martin Luther King, why was he martyred? Because he spoke his truth and he stood in integrity. But now there are so many more of us. Okay? So reclaim your innocence, yet do not put up with the fucking bullshit. Because if the cycle doesn't end with you, it is going to be passed down to your children, whether you like it or not. And if you're like, oh, well, I'm not going to have children, so this doesn't affect me, let me tell you something. It's still going to show up. Because you're probably going to reincarnate and you're going to go through the same fucking cycles and you're not even going to remember it until you go through a really difficult awakening, because we only get so many chances. We don't get an unlimited number of lives. We only get so many number of lives, and that number of lives is sometimes extended depending by our good deeds and sometimes taken away if we do dumb shit and bad things. Okay? That is the law of life. I didn't make that up. You don't believe me? That's cool. I'm not here to convince. All right? So reclaim your innocence. I am just like getting so hot, but clearly this message needed to come out, okay? Stand in your truth, stand in your power. You are not alone. You are going through this massive rebirth. The harder the path, the greater the reward. Bamboo doesn't grow overnight. Shit, you don't even fucking see growth over the ground. Sometimes 3, 5, 8 years. And then you know what bamboo does? It takes over. So be bamboo, darling. Be bamboo. keep watering yourself, keep nurturing yourself, keep reaching out and opening your heart to your sisters if you're a woman, to your brothers if you're a man, and really work on restoring the sisters bond, the brother bond. That's another thing I've been really focused on this year, is like growing my sister circle. I've been leading women's temple out of my house every single month. And now I'm moving out of the state, and everybody's like, shit, who's gonna hold women's circle? I'm like, honey, this is your opportunity, because this is rotating leadership. We are not here to lord over anyone. We are here to share the responsibility of being in this human experience. And it's not up to one person to do all the fucking work. It's up to one person to do their work, embody their truth, be the example, and then go spread the light. Because that is what we are here to do. We are here to anchor the light. We are here during a time of our evolution. We are literally seeing history, her story being written through us. We are the stories that our descendants are going to talk about. You and me, we are the stories. They're going to find this video in like 300 years, be like, shit, great grandma went off, but I'm glad she did. Okay? So if you need to go off, just make sure that you can be real calm about it and not responding from a place of fear or pressure or, wanting to like poke the bear. I get it. I got Mars and Aries. Poking the bear is something that, really comes naturally to me, and I got to really work on it. When is it appropriate to poke the bear, and when am I, giving the darkness and the malevolence what it wants? And this is what the practice of daily self-awareness is so fucking important. Okay, this is why grounding yourself daily, doing your daily work, your spiritual practices, your self-care is so important, so that you can really be so in tune with your discernment that you know when it's time to go Queen of Swords, Kali Ma, cut that fucking shit, or just hold your peace and witness. That is the power of the true divine feminine. She knows when to nurture, and she knows when to whip out the chancla and be like, hell no, this is not happening. Okay? All right, so those are all the messages I have for you. Look, bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. I'm speaking truth. You're being invited to speak your truth. Stand in your power, queen. Stand in your power, king. This is your sign. No more hiding. You are important. All right? You are so important. And you are the only you. So shine. Okay. I gotta calm down. Woo! All right. So at the bottom of the deck was release, and then I cut the deck in half, and transformation, another death card. I'm like, we're not gonna open back that portal. We got the fucking message. Heard loud and clear. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Angie, so much for being here and all your love. I appreciate you. So who's here? Who wants a reading? If that message wasn't clear enough, you're like, no, I need more. Which is totally okay to have more clarity. Let me know. I got a little energy, and I'll be happy to share some love, some more love with y'all. I channeled this song last week when I was like going through my acceptance of this big move that I'm going to be making across the country. I don't have a car. I've just been like fucking dealing with life shit, housing, and ending cycles of poverty and, lack. I've just been ending these cycles, and it's just been like hell. I'm not even gonna feed that energy of the story, because it's like, I did my ritual yesterday, I did my magic, it's like, it's fucking done, okay? Like, the moment we start talking about it, it reopens and re-triggers and restarts the cycle. So anyway, a couple weeks ago, I was like sitting there, having my feelings about it, sitting in front of the mirror, talking to God, talking to Goddess, talking to myself, just like, oh, okay, I'm sitting there crying, and then God's like, why are you crying? I'm like, I'm so fucking scared. God's like, why are you fucking crying? Have I not taken care of you before? I'm like, I know, but I don't know where I'm going. I don't have the money. I don't have the car. Like, I know that I'm supposed to move, and I trust it, but I'm just like so fucking scared. And the God's like, do you not trust me? Have I not taken care of you? Do you not always get exactly where you need to? And it always like works out. It was like, okay, yeah, you're right. So, I had my tears. I held space for my little girl who's just like really scared. And that's part of the compassion. We just got to hold space for that without blaming or shaming or being like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's not loving. Okay, we got to hold space for all of it. So I just held space for my little girl while she cried. And then I went and I drank some water, and then I channeled the song. Okay, so I'm going to share this with you, and I'm going to close this live. So the song is, it's gonna work, how could it not, when I'm aligned with the divine? It's gonna work, how could it not, when I'm aligned to the divine? It's gonna work, how could it not, when I'm aligned with the divine? And then the sister who came over earlier today, she was sharing with me her medicine journey. She sat with Aya 2 weeks ago, and she's like, Aya gave me a song. And I was like, all right, share it. I'm totally going to butcher the rhythm. But basically, the song goes, isn't it hard to take it easy? No, you you make it so hard to take it easy. Isn't it hard, or isn't it easy to make it so hard? See, I knew I was going to butcher the rhythm. Isn't it hold on. uh you make it hard, you make it easy. You make it easy to make things so hard, yet you make it hard to take things easy. You make it hard to take things easy. You make it easy to take things hard. So take it easy, darling, take it easy. You don't need to make it hard to be easy. You don't need to make it hard to be easy. It's gonna work, how could it not, when I'm aligned with the divine? It's gonna work, how could it not, when I'm aligned with the divine? It's gonna work, so I take it easy, 'cause I am aligned with the divine. So that rhythm is so fucking off, but the words are what most important. And one of the big things that I've been going through a transformation around is I shut down my gallery a few months ago, which just like triggered so much change in my life. I've been being called to use my voice more. I've been radio silent on TikTok for a hot minute because I've just like, there's just been so much going on. But I've been doing a lot more spoken word and song, and I'm intending on recording my album, my first album in 2024. So this is one of the songs that's definitely going to show up. More lyrics will probably come, maybe not, I don't know. But I'll figure out the rhythm at some point. I'll figure it out. So it's gonna work. How could it not, when I'm alive with the divine? Don't make it hard to take it easy. I know that it's easy to make it hard. So take it easy and breathe, 'cause it's gonna work, 'cause you're aligned to the divine. So take it easy, 'cause it's all gonna work, 'cause you're so aligned with the divine, beloved one. No, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. The star. You are the star. I am the star. We are all beautiful, unique, radiant stars. We are all going through deep cellular recalibration and restoration right now. So be gentle with yourself. If you can't sleep, that's okay. Maybe take a little bath or watch a funny movie or read a book or snuggle up to someone you love and let them hold you while you sleep if you have that option. I currently don't, and that's okay. I got my squishies. Okay, so thank you, Angie, for hanging out with me tonight. I also can't sleep, so maybe now that I've expelled some energy, I'll be able to get some sleep. All right, thank you so much for being here. I'm really gonna make the effort to come live more and stay posted and follow me on YouTube because I've definitely been doing regular readings on there. All right, so until we meet again, I love you. Shine bright like a diamond.